pure than that purity. Manifesting materializing infinity.
I know what I know about that turquoise. Get your turquoise game up.
Yeah, then I had a kitty at home. While you dealing with some spirits that won't leave you alone. Yeah, I know you've been seeing them ghosts. The way that life is going, we could be on the boat. Yeah, baby, I just need you to know. Yeah, the holy people wanna take the freak of your soul. The darkness where the evil it goes. Now baby, we on fire, we ain't needing the stove. Oh yeah, the spirit flowing through the many. That's the water when you storm through the any. Yeah, shit'll make you clench your eyes. Open in awareness when you just realize you stimulated with the wrong stimuli. Intimidation when they start to criticize. Never been a game, but you penalized. Yeah, you were not the one we should have minimized. You were kicking transits when I'm in the sky. Yeah, trust me, bitch, I did it in a nigga time. You keep on losing, but you scoring. Procrastinating, you won't do it till the morning. So need to get it, bitch, if you just can't afford it. They burnt our brothers down and usually be scorching. Staying on cases just cause you wasn't important. We making babies, I bet you want to abort it. God damn, can I have the key to your home? Put your dance, spirits that won't leave you alone. Yeah, I know you've been seeing them go. Got the way that life is going, we could be on the boat. Yeah, baby, I just need you to know. Yeah, the holy people wanna take a peek of your soul. The darkness where they let go. Now baby, we on fire, we ain't needing the stove. Oh yeah. You could bet your bottom dollar I'ma do the game thing. Tryna get the whole word on my motherfucking brainwave. If I find a bitch that could connect and on the same thing. So much weirdo shit be going on, can't say it ain't strange. All you know is bang bang and bang bang. Endanger everybody cause you can't aim. Funny as a bitch, you wasn't building nothing but you coming from the bricks. And you ain't got no ring so you ain't nothing but a chick. Don't make me pull up on you while you fucking with your bitch. And you done lost your mind because it wasn't where it been. You mad because you look like a fish guppy in the chin. You may have to come again, reacting to your sorrow. Before we couldn't beat, that's why you acting like you Zorro. Yeah. Baby, what you living in? Don't need the government, they only play the middleman. Yeah, can I have a kitty at home? While you dealing with some spirits that won't leave you alone. Yeah, I know you've been seeing them ghosts. The way that life is going, we could be on the boat. Yeah, baby, I just need you to know. The holy people wanna take a peek in your soul. The darkness where the evil it goes. Now baby, we on fire, we ain't needing the stove. Oh yeah.
Other than that, new word here. Anytime you over the water, you floating, you in space, you a star, you created an external object, and you able to float in the astral realm. In reality, though, in reality, it was your animality, Protect the children. I said protect the children. Now, we in extreme self-reflecting times where people is so comfortable in one area, they forget that a shift is placed in another area. And even when you want to be funny in another area, the seeds you trying to be funny and sarcastic on can look negative. You know what I'm saying? It can look negative. You know, it can look like it's a joke in one area. In this area, it can look like you don't like kids. Now, we're going to start to think about that right now. Let's start looking at cultures and let's start looking at the mind state. What kind of kids is raised? Because we can't be going off no statistics and stuff like that, all the news channels all the time. We the new news. And we know what we see. I know what I see when I see a goddamn church shooter, school shooter and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. Who raised that little bastard? You know what I'm saying? What church Christian that? You know what I'm saying? If you're a church shooter, you grew up under Christianity. Yeah, everybody got to take accountability. Everybody gonna have to take responsibility for something like that. Christianity, Catholicism is colonized. So you see that C letter in the English? Like, we didn't even have all that. We had the K. That's all we needed. and the ka cha and ka. We already need that. You know what I'm saying? Ba ha la ka cha. We all ka cha. That's all we needed to represent the shattering of a mountain or a breaking down, or you an individual rock or stone, or you could be a father or a mother that someone can lean on to. Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your man. When you carry your DNA weak on these streets. What happened to the white sea? Oh, there shit. Oh, shed a tear. New Star Spangled Banner. New Star Spangled Banner, bitch. That. Lean on me. The last tree in Genesis. I said, but yeah, we're going to go back to the beginning. We're going to go to some origins and understand what the hell is going on. You better like children. No, I said, we ain't about to be up under no world, no circumstance, no laws that go against children. Believe this, 90% of the people online right now, once upon a time, was children. Large portion of Gen Z online right now, just becoming adults. You don't get to hide your hand after you done threw a rock in everybody's head and parents' head, and we just now waking up. But it's our fault that Gen Z is retarded and people younger than that. You know what I'm saying? Wait a minute. This is your fault. You don't like kids. Y'all doing psyops on adults right now like we wasn't kids. Coming up in this electromagnetic age. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't a young teen on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. So you got to really think about these things. People who's supposed to be role models and they claim they such and such government, want to be God. Your feet, you still got feet hurt energy. You know what I'm saying? So you still got self-reflecting problems and shit. Yo, self-projecting wrong or whatever the kid. Because I like to be a role model. I like to even say, kid, you ain't even got to smoke. It's about your character. You either know how to do something or you don't. Whatever you do on the other end shouldn't be able to get in the way. If it get in the way, that's the problem in the first place. That was your talent. Being dumb, being retarded, being in search for your desire. If you got something that help you out with your creativity and your will, then goddamn it ain't a desire. It's part of the mathematical plan to make sure that the Dr. Dre, the first album, Chronic, came out. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Why you listen to Bob Marley, bitch? Now, we got things in history. Don't even let white boy come out and start talking about weed. If you getting weed from these other places and stuff like that, that's the one that's sprayed with GMO and stuff like that. But we could compare and contrast. Anytime white boy got something to do with it, people start dying. Cigarettes, alcohol, fentanyl, liquid morphine, the promethazine they be drinking. Is there anything the white man is involved in? They don't want to talk about that one. They don't want to talk about the ones that Jordan Peterson take. They don't want to talk about those and stuff like that. They don't want to talk about the stuff that have you have a healthy mind. They don't like kids. They all off Adderall. I say they all off Ozempic. You go take your fat ass young man, go out and exercise. You go Planet Fitness. You don't try to take no goddamn Pilgrim Settler man shortcut. I could drop a bag and create a vitamin. No. It don't work that way. You know what I'm saying? It don't work that way. You know, so all you're gonna have to do is grease your knuckles, and goddamn troll. That's all you could do is you get your fat ass outside and go goddamn exercise the right way. Don't come with no more motherfucking ads. Because that's what we see y'all spend y'all time on. Technology. Y'all need to get in real life. Y'all need to get y'all, this is why it's a new nation. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all ain't included. You know what I'm saying? Because you need to get a life. Anytime you see any form of technology going extreme too far on it, they destroy their own shit. You know what I'm saying? So pretty sure people behind it. Fat. You know what I'm saying? Weak mind. You know what I'm saying? Not the weak. They don't care about the children. So this is how I got so many weak ass individuals involved right now. Look, check this out. Look at it like this. They're trying to raise kids to be AI trolls. No, you raise young men to be men. I say you raise young woman to come up to be woman. You don't show us as no example of weak mind. so we know like the kids growing up right now, like, I don't want no punk ass job. That's a punk ass job. I don't want to get paid sitting there watching people all day to put on a little chat and stuff like that. I want to be my little punk ass. Y'all say real shit. Yo, punk ass. I said ain't no men and goddamn whoever run this shit ain't men. Then look at this shit. Got to have a tax. You got to have some nepotism. You got to have a small dick. Instead of being some energy like, yeah, let's get online. Our favorite content creators online. Let's shout out. Y'all say no young boys around me. You better not be like that. I'll tell you that right now. That's why the weak ass militia is weak right now. You see the police force weak. You got to talk about guns and military and try to go to war with everybody else because you weak. Look at this shit. All them goddamn kids, right? You raise little boys, right? You don't raise no little boys who want to grow up and join the military just to become CIA computer technicians. Let's troll other mother. That's a little bitch. You know, be a little bitch. Raise a little man. You let women grow up to be nurturers and stuff like that. That's another thing. We got to stop all these stupid ass different versions of Candace Owens up here talking. I don't want to hear no woman up here talking about no damn politics or whatever the case may be. You lost y'all fucking minds. I bet not have my tax dollars score towards that shit. Did you lose your fucking mind? These fucking females up here talking about politics and shit. Look, this is the people we giving our tax to. Look at this shit. This is despicable. This is disgusting. Trash how they show themselves. Trash how you show yourself. Despicable books y'all read. Make another book. Act like bitch. I say you gotta be a fucking man. Any time y'all even see, it's just some random. It's always the fake pages too. They have thumbnail and shit. They flood other people's pages like they're in control or something. You need to be in control. This cat's mad. This cat's mad. This cat's mad. This is the last thing they got left. Bribery with money and exercising technology psyops. It's the last thing they got left. You know what I'm saying? So you'd be able to tell who all the coons online and stuff like that. Very easy. It's very easy to spot out punk. Raise your children to be men. Y'all look at this as an example too. Y'all got to understand that because this is getting crazy and stuff like that. Look online and make sure your children is like screenshotting and paying attention and learning what qualities not to act like, because they're gonna start joining these fraternities and sororities and stuff, and they're gonna see exactly where these seeds come from, and then they're gonna be able to make their own decision and stuff like that, you know, and join the communion, because at this point it's not even no role model energy and shit like that. I mean, who the fuck want to follow somebody who creates jobs about trolling? Be a man. These are people who can't deal. They don't deal with their feelings and stuff like that. They butt be hurt and shit like that. It's the Metatron close to God dude. You know what I'm saying? This guy in here like my butt hurt. Hey, let's make sure we don't click the link to make his page seem like nobody clicks. Don't give a fuck about y'all. We got real people. The weakness these people show every fucking day is like beyond me. Beyond me. And when y'all show where y'all think y'all intelligent at, beyond me. Lord Jesus Christ, just stop. I don't know why y'all just don't stop. Keep making matters worse. Y'all ain't even gonna have none of y'all people, y'all is goddamn backing online worth about shit. So everything about to be inflated in some type of way, because people are in search for genuality or some case may be. If you don't know how to be genuine, just stay out the way. Just get out the way. Nobody care about your comments. Nobody care about your opinions, y'all narratives, y'all use for online or whatever like that. We know y'all perverts already. Like, y'all don't have to force yourself to. Lord, if I had y'all coping issues, man, I don't know where I'll be, man. I probably had like 10 songs or something like that. I probably wouldn't be doing shit. Nobody would know me or whatever. Like, you probably wouldn't know who I am. Only reason you know who I am, because you ain't like me. You a pervert. That's the only reason. You know what I'm saying? You ain't like me. Fucking pervert. You ain't like nobody for real. Like, where are you even from? Retarded. You come from somebody's nutsack. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? We birthing new warrior. You know what I'm saying? We need men. We need more men. We don't need damn prayer warriors and psyop warriors and shit. You know what I'm saying? So blame the white man. Anytime you see, if you a content creator and you get flooded as trolls, or you kind of see that on other people's channel a lot, blame that on white man. White man teaching people to get into these stuff to act like them. So it's gonna be small dick energy, spectator energy, commentator energy, trolling up stranger energy and stuff like that. Nothing to do with logic or being a man. So you have to understand that. Look at somebody in politics right now. Point at somebody a man. Like they sit here trying to make narratives about it. Hey, this person ain't shit but old. The fuck is you talking about? Please don't talk about their military record. You on a land that ain't even yours. So for you to even be over here praising the military mean you did something to people over here already. We don't want to hear it. Not even the ethnicities y'all bringing over here. Kick rocks. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Real shit. Kick rocks. Rocks. Lord Jesus Christ, have mercy on my soul. They thought they was gonna have a field day, creating a new online, a new way to be racist, to make people think that is just trolling. These guys thought they was about to have a field day or a new way. Nobody give a fuck about that shit. Y'all not intelligent enough for that. Y'all too retarded. You too retarded. You a pervert first. You know what I'm saying? If you wasn't no pervert first, and you actually was relatable, and you had more relatable people in these positions, maybe it'd be a better way to go about it. Right now, it's just self-projecting. Oh, we got perverts now. We got prayer spirit warriors online as trolls now in the government and stuff like that, and they show their distaste for themselves every day. You know what I'm saying? When you don't like yourself, you don't know how to create things yourself. Gotta be in other people's spaces and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I can just come up here and be freely. They come all do psyops on my shit, shadow ban me. People ain't even supposed to know who the fuck I am. So I let you know some extreme pervert energy. Hey, let's sit around. We got to think everybody's mind in our world. Like this is how they think. They going to hell. They practice going to hell and shit like that. Like that's a good thing. Like that's something you're supposed to be a part of or some shit like this. Trust me. Trust me, if only you knew. If only, hey, you know better than me though. Y'all know more than me. Y'all college students, college professors, college course. You know what I'm saying? Y'all professors good, pimp. Y'all professors, y'all all kind of shit. This motherfucking shit. You can put a chair back there. Or you want to pass it on out? I like to put a chair back there. Yeah, but motherfucking y'all all these type of weird shit. And for the most part, y'all lost and y'all got callus in y'all brain. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got a nut stain behind y'all pineal gland and shit. So y'all don't know what's going on and shit. Y'all just be talking. And that's why we get on NASA and we just hear about atoms and shit. No, I don't want to hear about no fucking atoms. So we got people trying to be remembered for bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So they ain't got nothing better to do but try to stop everybody else from doing shit. Ain't nobody even doing nothing. I said I let you know how desperate people is. Desperate as hell in this motherfucking shit. They just gonna flood people's chat and try to do psyop on people they think get views. Like their whole concept is thinking that the regular person is gonna listen. Like I don't know where they got that from. I'm a regular person. Anybody around is regular people. In their mind, they think, hey, if we create a narrative based on a content creator, everybody that watched the content creator will be up under how we're making the narrative. I don't know where they got that most dumbest idea in the world. This is how they get their spiritual ass kicked every day. It's almost like even the consumer is sitting back like, is somebody trying to make me think like I don't got my own mind? Like how do you not think everybody think that way? So when y'all put y'all coons up here, it'd be clear as day to be like, oh, the Fed sent them that email or that fake ass TikTok video for them to talk about. So it's like y'all so ungenuine. It's like I don't even get it. Like you gotta learn how to be genuine from me and other people. That's wild. That's crazy work. When we got people in establishments that don't really mean anything, they just made a game for them to win. And that's crazy when they retarded and they need your ideas and shit like that for them to even try to rule you. They don't even know how to just rule. If they do, it just got something to do with killing. They don't know how to just be creative themselves. They got to see who creative and figure out a way to control it. It's like, it really is very simple. It ain't even that. This is like pervert energy. Think about if you took over somebody's land and you're trying to control it in some type of way. But think about the way that they're doing it. Decipher every way that they're doing it and tell me how that's not pervert. Well, they'll hold your people's skulls and bones for years and do some stupid ass weird shit, create museums and shit, try to justify being on other people's land. This is like the highest crimes in ever. If y'all sit, I know. I just know. Y'all not about to sit up here and think people just sit here and look at what y'all doing. When we sit up here and agreeing with bills and things of that nature, don't get it fucked up. We're trying to be relatable, not y'all. We just start seeing y'all try to exercise power from comfort zones. And then that's when we start speaking up. Y'all be in y'all mind thinking that we think something normal already. We know y'all scamming. We know y'all. We don't got time to even deal with y'all. So that's the starting point. Not y'all got us in no witchcraft. Not y'all us believing y'all are gods and secretly not believing because you replaced it with the word government or something like that. I don't know what y'all have lost your rabbit ass minds. At this point, white people culture has to be studied. Like, this has to be, like, it literally has to be studied on a psychology level. These people ain't in no moral ground. They're not nothing. Like, they're only in a position right now based off property and a system that they created, nothing else. So anytime they exercise anything, using a technology to control narratives, practicing their ICE, they're policing, it looked very negative right now. It looked very like, what are you doing? You don't even know what you doing. Like, you a kid. So we got to understand this. Like, stop letting old ass crusty people just sit around and act like something that it ain't like that in real life. I don't understand these people. This shit is weird. And then you get on Flood People's channel, you just show people that we don't raise young men like that. We don't raise little boys like that. So it's like y'all starting points, even if you is an adult, you can't speak to another adult directly. Either it's through AI or it's through a narrative. You ain't a man. We ain't about to make that something else and make that like it's spookiness or whatever. If you talk through symbolism, you ain't a man. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Give a fuck what you a part of. You ain't a motherfucking man. Shut your ass up. You ain't in no conversation. And the only way y'all getting attention, start talking about war again. Shut the fuck up. It's little grown ass kids. But yeah, like, this should be weird though. Like, goddamn it, y'all don't flood nobody's goddamn chat like somebody raising their kids to do that. Nobody raising their kids to do that. Who raised you? These people don't think. They sitting around thinking technology gonna go one way and use it in a pervert way, like somebody actually about to be with that shit. What the hell wrong with y'all? God damn, do y'all want any of y'all news channels to survive or whatever the case may be? It don't seem like it. It seems like y'all don't know no better. It seems like y'all retarded. Y'all trying to compete with powerful spirits, and you're not powerful. You're weak. You know what I'm saying? You need books. You need thoughts. You need nepotism. You need help. You need other people. You can't do shit on your own volition. You gotta get funded. You can't do shit on your own volition. There ain't a president in existence that sat somewhere and just had some charismatic gifts and they was able to be allowed to be the chief. And y'all can never do nothing like that in your life. You would have never even created eugenics or nothing. Don't ever act like y'all starting point and y'all actions lead to this fake ass logic and concept of superiority. No. No. You're a retard, and we can't pick no time in history the money was dealt with right. We can't pick no time in history eugenics wasn't practiced. We can't pick no time in history a man ain't need a gun. Get your funky ass out of here. You're weak. But like I said, though, that's how y'all gotta put people, stop paying attention to people. We create a new nation. Whatever you got to do, you're just trying to relate to other individuals. You ain't creating nothing, even trying to put nobody else in no bondage to sit somewhere in some hiding secret shadow to laugh about it. When we creating value on our own volition and create our own goddamn construct over the resources, we'll be goddamn fine. All that other shit is just lames trying to be in people's faces. Replace the word cult with lame. Replace the word government with lame. You just a lame. Like, who are you? You ain't part of. You ain't my family. You ain't nobody else's family, right? You somebody else, and it just look like it just worked for your family. You're lame. You're nothing else. You don't get to come up here and speak like some fake popularity shit. It looked negative. Nobody care about war. Nobody care about segregation. Nobody care about immigrant. Nobody care about none of these problems y'all creating in the first place. That's y'all even got to look at it like that when it comes to like war and shit like that. Who in a position to make a whole mass land somebody else mad at them? You ain't in on that. You still complaining about gas prices. You still complaining about we ain't getting paid from none of this goddamn shit. We out here slaving and shit like that. Then they trying to get us involved in some shit that ain't got nothing to do with nobody. Don't nobody even start beef like that in their actual life. Who's starting beef with whole land masses? Man, make these monkey asses talk to themselves. They all talking to their goddamn self. That's why they ain't got no kids. They all lowering down in a goddamn whole race, and then they try to destroy all the other races and shit like that. We explode us up and shit like that. All they gotta do is start fucking. Y'all be cool. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't gotta destroy everybody with nuclear bombs and shit like that. Go bust a nuclear bomb in some woman. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't gotta sit around and think about atoms all day and shit like that. Stop thinking about atoms, and y'all wouldn't lead. It wouldn't lead y'all to be on other men channel all day. I said if y'all wouldn't be on atoms. I said leave if you don't like your woman, leave them all to me. I'm saying don't sit around and get mad and complain and create narratives around stupid ass shit because you don't want to be a New Orleans. We don't fuck about you not want to be a New Orleans, and you name any name you want to be. Go back to that landmass, and each second and minute and hour that you day and month and year that you don't want to go back, it just look like racism at some point. Because what you in my face for? They like I want to come to your land. I don't want to go to nobody else's land. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I don't want to go to nobody else's land. And depending on my backyard, I don't even go to nobody else's backyard. Guess what's solved? Crime. Y'all saying, goddamn it, stealing, wrong, all that shit is solved. So shit, y'all gotta blame the white man for that. He brought thief in, he created the concept of single mother. I'm saying real shit, all that shit. So we gotta replenish the world, not eugenic the world. Replenish the world, not eugenic the world. The great spirit Yahuwah said, replenish the world, not eugenic the world. Look at the starting point. Who doing eugenics and who trying to replenish? Who keep talking about stuff floating in the air? Who keep just breathing God air? Start comparing and contrasting mental concepts now. You know what I'm saying? Because we got to get birth to back to nature and back to the regular land, New Orleans and stuff like that. This ain't got nothing to do with physical now. And it'll lead to physical. The more people is acting out a wave, it play out like a trend. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to play Malibu's Most Wanted or to be a part of something, or you're just going to be left out. Whatever you think you're doing, you playing with yourself, your own missiles, your own circumstance, your own hand, your own mind, everything. You know what I'm saying? You can't have these people in no position of thinking that they're intelligent, though. Nobody intelligent in that position. You'll never be intelligent in no pervert position. You'll never be intelligent in no damn conniving energy. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. You'll never be able to write a book. You started that template. You'll always be copying somebody else's shit. Understand that. Understand when you come up here like me, then you can write a Bible. Then it can make sense. Then somebody will look at you and you won't have decade after decade after decade people rebelling against that shit. You something you ain't got. You ain't got it. I'm saying, so if you're gonna watch my motherfucking channel, that's all you motherfucker gonna hear. You ain't gonna hear nothing else. If you're gonna keep doing psyops on my channel, you're gonna hear you ain't got something and continue to stay and learn and try to learn. Just know mentally you're beneath me. You're nowhere else. You're going to hell. You ain't never getting out either. You can forget it. You know what I'm saying? The much you want to keep bondage of people in the physical world, you're going to be in bondage forever. And you ain't going to have no team to be able to get you out of that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you just need to know. When you make up your own mind, your own decision, that's you and yourself. That ain't nobody else. And you ain't going to be able to take nothing with you, not even this validation that you're alive right now with you. You're just going to take your punk ass mind with you. That's it. Your mind don't know how to give birth to nothing, raise men, raise women, be a role model. It ain't nobody in history these people could look at and claim as a role model. And every time they try, that shit get rejected. No one gives a fuck about no general colonels. I'll tell you that right now. I don't get no Kentucky Fried Chicken colonel, no damn got Monopoly box man colonel, no damn Quaker box man colonel, none of that damn unless you in Europe and Australia. All right, congratulations. Stop being a motherfucking hater. You on other people's lands trying to stop us from praising our people and our ancestors and shit like that. That's motherfucking hateism. So you don't catch this motherfucking spiritual heat. I'm saying real shit. Anytime you practice hateism, you catch this spiritual heat. It just so happened to be weak spirits being a collection of a group of races, but they ain't got nothing to do with racists. It just got something. We got good cops, bad cops. You know what I'm saying? We got everybody with everybody. But you retarded, and you in a small pocket. The end. You kiss this spiritual ass kicking. We wouldn't even have no such thing as goddamn abortions or whatever the case may be, or someone who ain't like themselves and shit on other people's lands. And now they on other people's lands online. When you make content, this your land. You need to understand that. Don't let nobody invade your land. You know what I'm saying? You go to war. This is spiritual warfare. I said this is spiritual warfare. You get your esoteric bow and arrow and you don't let nobody invade your land. They're invading lands right now. They're invading everybody's land and shit with all kind of remix. All kind of remix on the goddamn chessboard. Y'all got a peep game. Look clearly. You might be talking to a remix right now. They wear costumes. So once upon a time, it was white sheets on their head. Another time, it was tuxedos. Another time, it was bucket hat. The next time, it was my feet hurt quality. You know what I'm saying? My feet hurt, rubber bottom length shoes are hurt. You know what I'm saying? All this kind of stuff. A bow tie too tight, my thyroid issues and shit. I got cataracts in my left elbow. All this shit. I got multiple corrosives in the left eardrum. All kind of shit. A lot of clothing they wore all the way to the Bible, fig leaves. They start realizing my dick little, so they had to cover it up with fig leaves and shit like that. All the way that look at a Greek statue. You know what I'm saying? You know I ain't playing. You know what I'm saying? You know I ain't playing. This shit come from real hurt inside energy. I'm gonna hurt people outside of me. I'm gonna hurt anybody that look like they better than me. I'm gonna create a gun. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna create a sword. Yeah, you gotta think about these starting points. You're gonna die by the sword, live by the sword. Who come up with some retard shit like that? Lord Jesus Christ, have mercy on my soul. You know what I'm saying? That's supposed to be for chopping down trees and shit, not chopping down ligaments. Not chopping down body parts and ligaments and things of that nature, right? We're trying to give birth to real men and women. So if it was to be a future military, we actually have one. And we actually up under one culture, one God and one culture. Not this forced rapist God, this good colonist God or whatever. What is that? Retarded God that only makes single mothers. I think that's kind of retarded and shit like that. A God that don't even care about its own land. It created property on its own land. God don't do that. What kind of God is that? They don't even like themselves. They got some property tax over there in Europe and England and Australia too. Like, so they don't give a fuck about themselves. Like, this is crazy. Like, nobody care about the motherlands. That's crazy when other people got to remind people how to care about even their own land, how to care about everybody's lands again. That's fucked up. Everybody want to become travelers, wanderers, the retarded way. Star Trek, Voyager. No, I say old pirate face. Captain Hook neck, jawline, kangaroo pouch. I said I got to get out of this shit. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. But yeah, we birthed a new nation, man. Real men, real women, people who can make common sense. Women who want to be a part of a whole band. Men that actually extend the band. And then for the most part, the motherland is protected. And then we got new yellow iron. I'm saying not all this other weirdo shit, manipulation, because it have to start from being on somebody else's land. So you got to make up as much confusion as possible and just confuse yourself in the end. Nobody want to follow people that confuse themselves. Nobody want to follow people who don't know themselves. Nobody want to follow people who think they're Avengers and aliens and shit. You're not role models. You're not men. Until you start being men, that's when you can start saying, well, this is a way to be the shadow, y'all. This is a way, because you'll want to teach it. The whole American soil will be doing it as one. Y'all phony though. Y'all just it's some self-centered thing that so many spirits evaporate that it just look weaker and weaker over the damn time and get more and more to animalistic natures. Hey, let's just kill everybody then. And then what? You know what I'm saying? What happens when everybody come back and then all y'all gone? You can't enjoy nothing you did. Like, that was retarded. So it's just dumb. You just push everybody to Samsara first. And you can't say that ain't the case. What you think happening now? What the fuck? It don't stop. Don't stop. Won't stop. Get jiggy with it. Welcome to Miami. It's Miami, bitch. It's Miami. It ain't Miami. Spangler dude try to change it with the my. Why did you put a Y there then? You know what I'm saying? Try to say Miami. You had to leave the last I with the native. It's Miami. That's what it is, bitch. The Miami Awadasha, because they was in Ohio. So it's the Miami Awadasha. These cats took it over and moved these cats way to Florida, then created a whole bunch of $5 Indians, and then you think that the Miami is just a whole city. No, that's a whole Native American, some white people just getting paid off of, like car engines, Pontiac Thunderbird cars. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. It's to name the street name and get paid off everybody who live in that city. You stay in Chickamauga right now. They get white men getting paid off Native Americans. You stay somewhere in Kamachia town. You know what I'm saying? Kamachia town. That's damn Texas, damn Dakota, all them areas over there, Oregon. I'm saying these cats just getting paid off other people's shit. But y'all don't see that though. Y'all somewhere saying we us. That ain't never in it for you. You ain't never at the round table discussing gas prices, but you want everybody to shut up when we start complaining about gas prices. So I'm getting settler fatigue. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. I'm getting foreigner fatigue. Real shit. I'm getting high as foreigners over here complaining about anything. That's the fatigue I'm getting. I'm getting foreigner fatigue. You ain't allowed to scream sentimentism no more. Y'all ain't allowed to scream ICE, immigrant, everybody immigrants and stuff like that. Everybody can vacate. Everybody can vacate. So the more I hear complaining and stuff like that, I'm getting foreigner fatigue. Y'all brought that colorism shit over here. Y'all brought that retardation shit over here. Y'all brought this weak ass law system over here. Y'all brought guns over here. Y'all brought all that dumb ass. I'm getting foreigner fatigue. There's a whole bunch of foreigners arguing with each other. Somebody go to jail. Then you get another foreigner trying to act moral because they took the person to jail. Who took the person to jail and the person who went to jail. All y'all going to hell. None of y'all escaping hell. Like, I don't understand any of y'all. Like, that's where I stand with it. The people who take people to jail and the people who going to jail. All y'all going to hell. All y'all, either you went to Yale, already in hell, and you going to hell. It ain't nothing different. It ain't nothing different. Keep it 100 with you. Because the only thing the law created is shit that they got to be aware of that they created. For an example, let's say if I created a law, it's going to be about a whole bunch of shit I'm considering was wrong or right. It ain't gonna be the same thing of what they do. If they take somebody to jail for guns because they brought guns, if they take somebody to jail for sex trafficking because they brought sex trafficking, if they take somebody to jail for RICO because they brought RICO, these ain't things I would have even created to even try to stop other people from doing that think I gotta govern it. You see what I'm saying? Nobody does that. We didn't even do that. We respect people's territory. So how your territory ran, okay, we come with an agreement. Why is it a problem? You know what I'm saying? So at some point, we just got some mental illness. People want to control everything and want to play one thing. So it became one president now, one God now, one thing now. And then y'all get lost in circumstances and shit and don't know what's going on. And why you getting genocide. Tell me what's your tribe right now. No matter if you was native here or you from Ghanaian, Liberia. Tell me what's your tribe right now. You can't. All right. What do you think happened to you? You just thought your grandparents was just like, well, I agree with this, and I like this, and can I help you with making this pig egg language? No, nobody did that. Motherfuckers needed jobs after a while. And we tried to relate, and we had other people who was creating a circumstance that we were trying to relate to in their mind, thinking that, oh, we're making people get down, lay down. No, people are finding ways to relate, not you thinking you God. I don't know. These people are out of their mind. That has to be studied. That has to be studied. You would sit there and allow yourself to be sacrificed for your family to survive, right? Then look at that like that's them being God. This is the dumb, like, I'm telling y'all, this has to be studied. This is what they're doing with money right now, right? It's bribery. They created a system only they can win in. So if you don't know how to provide on your own or develop the resources of the land, for an example, you ain't even got nothing you built to even need oil, yet your taxes is going towards oil. And this is one of the main problems we're having issues with, why they're claiming tariffs, but then at the same time, why they're even raising gas prices. So you're paying for someone to destroy you. You're paying for someone to control you. You're paying for someone to counterpartmentalize something I think we can do better. Because every time we do it, they just shut our version of it down because it's better. Your grandmother and aunties and shit and mother got a food store that start kicking McDonald's ass, start kicking Burger King's ass, but they got bigger problems than Burger King and McDonald's when it comes to property tax, when it comes to being able to sustain it, when it comes to constantly getting rated to see if they're up on the food, I mean, what they call that, the human right thing or whatever, when they constantly check if they got parasites in the bit or whatever like that. They set the standards extremely high that motherfuckers still be going to McDonald's and be getting a half bird chicken nuggets. No, I'm saying and shit like that and shit that ain't really meat. So that's bullshit. Them old woman and young woman spent time making sauteing and soaking them ribs and putting them on the grill, putting them on the damn in the oven and put it on the stove for a little bit so it get a little crispy. That took time. Ain't nobody gonna spend time with that goddamn rubber board meat rib y'all getting at McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? Nobody they'll spend time on. They slap that together in damn 50 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Are y'all out y'all mind? You know what I'm saying? Just like they shut they shut down the whole Puerto Rico Latino. They just opened up a chicken wing spot next to the gas station Arab spot for a whole week. They paid for that. I feel like they paid for that. I even joined it for a while. They deep everybody in the parking lot, but it's just a chicken store. Eventually they calm down just having the store. It's like a celebration. It's open. They paid for that. I said they ain't had nothing. They all came together, chipped in. So they could do that for an hour or two and shit like that. That's why everybody sues everybody joining in the area and stuff like it's a function. Here go police shutting it down now. Now they just got to be a regular chicken store. That's all like they pay for that. They ain't pay for you to shut them down. We pay the cops. So how we paying the cops to shut things down? That don't make no sense. They paid to be able to celebrate that shit. I said they paid for that goddamn shit. They ain't pay all that time. Work hard. Work hard. Work hard, nigga. Work hard. I said they ain't work that hard. They gonna put all that shit in together to be up there and get that chicken wing store and shit like that and celebrate for all of us ethnicities to go over there and celebrate with them and shit. For the police to think it's a problem now and things that need to shit. Oh, that's phony. Anytime we'll be don't nobody get mad about parades. That's allowed. Anything that's government constructed that they do on extreme levels, we got to somehow get down, lay down in our brains like it ain't the same thing. It's the same thing. Y'all just doing it on a global scale and got into some like comfort zone to make it seem like it ain't that. No, it is that. Oh man, fuck them punk ass parades y'all be having in New York and shit. Every parade is named after foreign shit. I said, it ain't no parade called New Warrior. It ain't no parade called Minnetonka. I said, oh, damn England parade and shit. Like, get that shit the fuck out of here. I said, oh, shit. Fuck that shit. I said, fuck that shit. I said, so we at a point right now where, man, all ethnicities have got cut down. So your whole race itself is the tribe. Because when everybody was large in numbers, you could have intermediate tribes and stuff like that. Because that's how things was natural. Now everybody just mixed and kind of compartmentalized and bunches. So your whole ethnicity is your tribe at this point. You know what I'm saying? So you got to like kind of like see these things right now. This is the whole tribe itself. Everybody is in a desertated place. So we starting fresh too. Is at a washing machine cycle, but we gotta have some men though. You know what I'm saying? We gotta have some new men coming down. We got some new damn some real woman down here. We can't have, because here's the thing. Even in the washing machine cycle, let's say people mix, right? It's a system where the spirits still fight for the most percentage scale of even the mix. Mix the mind, bend in, and become the organ. And let's say somebody forced themselves to mix with others, right? But it's a rejected thought. The spirit of those people, the one that did it got rejected, and the spirit of those people can't get in it because the other spirit that's with the mixture percentage scale mentally and physically start whooping ass. Like, get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. This is my body. You know what I'm saying? Then create rebellion to all. So this is why a lot of y'all may be having health issues too and don't know why. A lot of times it ain't got nothing to do with you eat. Based upon how much stuff you mix with, your body be attacking itself. That's an old eugenic trick. Because back in the day, the Washishu used to eat us and shit. But then they used to realize just fucking people and the kid have a birth defect. But the birth defect be based off your mixture of blood cells. And one blood cells be attacking the others. So this is how we created like diabetes and a whole bunch of other shit that be trapped in y'all spines and shit. And then it flare up when y'all start to eat certain things and shit, because they be having like, they was eating raw meat. Like if you eat, because this is how we used to look at things. Depending on if something got rabies or not or what it's eating, we have to farm it. Even if we used to eat raccoons and squirrels, we'll harness them first because we just don't eat no wild one. It's small game. You know what I'm saying? So Washishu, they wasn't cooking their meat, they wasn't washing their ass, and a lot of them had mental issues. So when you get to the old days of the colonists, it wasn't just that they was ignorant just naturally. They was doing unnatural things and start getting tapeworms and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like shit that they was doing, eating, drive a person nuts. Think about like if you have a problem with you and you don't know what's wrong with your shoulder, or y'all, let's make it more simple. You got a toothache, you can't think right. You know what I'm saying? Man, these cats was having brain aches and stuff like that based upon eating raw shit and all this shit and tweaking and shit. You know what I'm saying? Start catching arthritis in the left kneecaps and shit like that. Shit, of course, you start running around, don't know what you're doing. Of course, you'll end up in a whole nother continent. Of course. Of course, you start bringing movies in the world about vampires and zombies and shit. Being, I'm saying, the dead, Walking Dead and shit, of course. They was fucking themselves up mentally in some type of way. You know what I'm saying? And then physically, in their mind, uh, going crazy. Think about it, you got like rabies or something like that. You got scabies and behind the left eardrum or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Just think about that. Then you part of people that create guns and shit. Think about where these things lead. We here today. You know what I'm saying? We here today. Y'all got to think about these things. Y'all got to understand these. So love everybody from that perspective. Don't love what they do to you. And know that you don't do the same things. You know what I'm saying? And therefore, you're able to allow a person to be in their own position to make their own decision if they're doing the right thing or not, however the case may be. But you will always see a better day, a new holy day, a brighter day, and a new shape and form, because we giving birth to new nations. You know what I'm saying? This is how you give birth to new nations. We spit on seeds in the esoteric world, step on skulls and shit like that. We put things in a circumstance where we like, okay, look, this kid, this dot can't survive in the new world. So we all building up on one wave, this energy, this flight. All the things that we cast stones at gets rejected. All spirits that's coming here don't care about them lame thoughts. And then for the most part, it just add on to our shit. So if our shit don't even got nothing to do with this little punk fashion of how they trying to play God, it's a small pocket of people and stuff like that, then it's not able to thrive. No matter if it bringing children here or not, even if they're making children, it's too in rejection mode at the moment. So the things y'all complaining about, where a lot of y'all problems be coming from, you're not going to be in a world that even thrive at anyway. Even when you come back, it's going to be even much more clear cut than this. So be aware of that. You know what I'm saying? Just keep the good fight. Everybody stay in the mental construct together. Physically, we're going to see it melt away. All the stuff you could point at and all the people that's participating, you about to just see it melt away. Melt away. And then everybody about to just expose themselves, and then we're back in the spiritual world again. Then we have to start from there, mentally and physically. And then let's make sure we get our little piece of paper writing game going too. You know what I'm saying? And I'll go no further than that. No, I'll be probably do open panel or something like that. Even though ain't nobody want no smoke or nothing like that. But yeah, it's just about creating new men, new woman, not no damn robot. And I feel like I'm a man and I can control people because I create technology and start using narratives and rhetoric. No, that's kind of retarded. You got to make sense in today's time. You got to make sense. If you don't make sense, get out of our way, because it looked very unhealthy to the kids. Always remember, we're protecting the kids. If you don't like kids, go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Go back home. Go back to your homelands if you don't like kids. If you want to practice eugenics on kids, go do that in Europe and Australia. If you want to sit here and flood online with a whole bunch of shit to make it seem like kids have to grow up and do that or whatever like that, go do that. Go train Europe for that. Go train Australia for that. Y'all have no father thought. Y'all have no godly thought. Y'all don't have no God. Y'all don't have no motherland. Y'all don't have anything. You just blend in with others. You do something with yourself. But y'all love all y'all from the bottom of my heart. Flight boss, bitch. You know, for sure. You're now listening to the Mind of an Antares Moon. I'm the Royal Archangel Uriel, and I'm here to carry God duties and motherfucking responsibilities. So,